And I guess Danny fires back again and he misses. Then Danny's like, oh shit! And he takes off running out of the garage, limping around to the other side of his house, while Matthew follows him with his firearm still drawn and he's chasing him. And blam, Matthew fires at Danny again. This time, Danny gets hit in the knee, but he keeps running to a different side of the house, and he yells something that I don't quite understand.
Sasha! Ah! Never!
But he is able to get into his car where he gets a different pew-pew. I guess these people just keep their firearms like everywhere. Meanwhile, Matthew runs back over to where Kimberly is, and you can see them both freaking out.
Who else has a gun here? Get out of here, let's go! Who else has a gun here? Let's go!
And so I guess Matthew realizes that there are more people on the property than just Danny, and that they better leave because all these people might be armed. And so they both jump into their SUV, and Kimberly puts it in reverse as they try and get the hell out of there. And as they're backing up, Matthew looks out the window and he sees Danny again. And so he rolls that window down and he starts blasting. Blam, blam. And bullets are just flying by Danny. And he has that new pew-pew that he got from his car. And so he aims it back at Matthew and blam, he fires a shot. And that bullet flies through the air, through the windshield of the SUV, and it hits Kimberly in her neck. And she is instantly unalived. And from here, several people call 911 and a bunch of officers, fully armed, show up, ready to figure out what the is going on.
Sheriff what? Sheriff what? Throw your hands! On the ground, on the ground! On the ground! Face up!
And eventually, paramedics show up too, and they take Danny out on a stretcher. Meanwhile, Matthew, he wasn't shot at all. And so, bam, they arrest him. Here's his mugshot. And so when they take Matthew in and they question him, he tells police everything. Like he tells them about the affair Kimberly and Danny were having.
I found out about it 6.5 years ago, and I found out about it again 45 days ago.
He tells them about pulling up to Danny's house.
And we pull up, her and I get out of the car. As soon as I get out of the car, he comes out of the garage, like this, like a police officer, right at my face. And I put my hands up.
And he tells them about trying to leave Danny's property.
And I pulled my firearm and I started shooting at him. He ran this way. I said, Kim, get in the car. We got in the car, we were backing out, and he shot my wife.
But maybe most importantly, he describes that initial moment in the garage.
And he looked over and that's all I needed, man. I got behind that car, I grabbed my firearm, I came over the hood and I just started shooting. And he scurried towards the front of the house. I didn't go after him. I said, Kim, get in the car, let's go.
Now he says, I didn't go after him.
I didn't go after him. I said, Kim, get in the car, let's go.
But Danny's security footage clearly shows Matthew going after him and chasing him as he was trying to retreat. But anyway, eventually all of this goes to court. And even though Danny was the one who fired the shot that unalived Kimberly, ultimately Matthew is found guilty of manslaughter. Because they found that he's the one who brought Kimberly into this dangerous situation while he was armed and ready for a confrontation. And because he entered into Danny's garage, which I guess they count that as a home invasion. And so Danny gets no prison time, in fact, no punishment at all. While Matthew, he gets 7 to 15 years for voluntary manslaughter and 12 to 40 years for assault with intent to murder. That is insane.